you assume that something doesn't work. So in terms of the randomization, okay, because this will set the real case of a true null hypothesis. So you have true null hypothesis. You know that the treatment was not yet administered, nothing happens. And this is your belief. And we also will use the, I believe this is Rubin's claim that to have causation, you need intervention, right? So you apply intervention and now something happens. So you decide on what to observe. So you pick some quantity, some medical marker, for example, I don't know, the cholesterol level, hemoglobin concentration, or blood pressure, something like this. And you administer your treatment and observe what's going on. And you obtain you perform some tests and you compare two arms, because in one arm is a group of patients. And in one arm, you, for example, apply one treatment. It can be some currently used standard of care, some actively working treatment approved for use, or it can be placebo. So actually, this is just fake treatment, just to make people think that they obtained something. Which one we use depends on the study, on ethical concerns, of what we are on the phase of study and type of study. The second arm is administered the experimental treatment. And now we apply the treatment, and for example, we agree to compare mean of the parameter we want to analyze. It is called endpoint, clinical endpoint, the measure that we analyze, the medical biomarker. So we compare the means, and it turns out that the means, the difference between the means is so big, so it created p-value that is very low. Now it means the p-value is a measure of, I can explain it in non-statistical way, as a measure of how much we are surprised by the data, assuming that nothing works.
Yeah.
So we have some assumption that nothing works. We collect the data. And if the data were compatible with this assumption, we would observe large p-value, which might translate to small difference between the treatment arms, between the means, for example. If we observe a big difference, so the p-value is small, this is surprising to us. This shouldn't happen if the treatment really didn't work. So this is a measure, kind of a measure of surprise, of being surprised.